walls of stone, caverns black, there was a throne. By flame encircled there the smoke, in coiling columns rose to choke the breath of life, and there indeed in gasping dungeons lust would creep, to hopeless death all those who strayed by doom beneath that ghastly shade. Most dark and fell of all that under heaven dwell, than earth or sea, than moon or star. More ancient was he, mightier far, in mind abysmal than the thought of elder or of men and wrought, of strength primeval, ere the stone was hewn to build the world alone. He walked in darkness fierce and dire, burned as he wielded it by fire. It was that laid in ruin black the blessed realm, and fled then back to Middle Earth anew, to build beneath the mountains mansions filled with misbegotten slaves of hate. Death's shadow brooded at his gate. His host he armed with spears of steel and bands of flame, and at their heel the wolf walked and the serpent crept. With lidless eyes now forth they leapt, his ruinous legions kindling war. Field and frith and woodland bore, where long the golden Ilana had gleamed amid the grass. They bore their banners black, where Finch had sung and harpers silver harps had rung. Now dark the ravens wheeled and cried amid the reek, and far and wide the swords of Morgoth dripped with red. Above the hill the trampled dead slowly shadow like a cloud rolled from the north, and on the prow that would not yield his vengeance fell to death or thraldom under hell. All things he doomed the northern land lay cowed beneath his ghastly hand, but still there lived in hiding cold be your son Barahir the bold, of land bereaved and lordship sure, who once a prince of men was born, and now an outlaw lurked and lay in the hard heath and woodland gray. 12 men beside him, still there went, still faithful when all hope was spent. Their names are yet in elven song, remembered though the years are long. Since Dodi, Degner and Ragnar, Rathru and Darin and Gildor, Gorlim the Unhappy and Dirtful, and Arthur and Hathel fell. Since the black shaft with venom wound took Beleriand and Barahir, the mighty sons of great go lost. Since he whose doom and deeds surpass both was laid on bier, fair Baron, son of Barahir. For these it was, the chosen men of Beor's house, who in the fen of greedy Serech stood at bay about King Finrod in the day of his defeat, and with their swords they're saved of all the elven lords. The fairest and his love they earned, and he escaping south returned to North his mighty realm, but still he wore his crowned helm. But they to their northern homeland rode, dauntless and few, and there abode, unconquered still defying fate, pursued by Morgoth's sleepless hate. Such deeds of daring there they wrought, that soon the hunters that them sought, at rumor of their coming fled. The price was set upon each head, to match the word build of a king. No soldier could to Morgoth bring news even of their hidden lair. For where the highland brown and bare, above the darkling pines arose, a steep Dorthonian to the snows, and barren mountain winds there lay. A tarn of water blue by day, by night a mirror of dark glass, for stars of Elberith that pass above the world into the west. Once hallowed, still that place was blessed. No shadow of Morgoth, and no evil king yet thither came. A whispering ring of slender birches, silver gray, stooped on its margin. Round it lay a lonely moor, and the bare bones of ancient earth, like standing stones, thrust through the heather and the wind, and there by houseless Aeluin, the hunted lord and faithful men, under the gravestones made their den. Gorlim the Unhappy, Angram's son, as the tale tells of these was one, most fierce and hopeless he to wife, but fair was the fortune of his life. Took the white maiden Aeluin, dear love they had ere evil fell. To war he rode, from war returned, to find his fields and homestead burned. His house forsaken, roofless stood, empty amid the leafless wood. And Aeluin, white Aeluin, was taken whither none could tell, to death or thraldom far away. Black was the shadow of that day, forever on his heart, and doubt still gnawed him as he went about, in wilderness wandering or at night, oft sleepless thinking that she might, ere evil came, have timely fled into the woods. She was not dead, she lived, she would return again, to seek him and would deem him slain. Therefore at whiles he left the lair, and secretly alone would peril dare, and come to his old house at night, broken and cold without fire or light, and naught but grief renewed would gain, watching and waiting there in vain, or worse, for many spies had Morgoth many lurking eyes, well used to pierce the deepest dark, and Gorlim's coming they would mark, and would report there came a day, when once more Gorlim crept that way, down the deserted weedy lane, at dusk of autumn sad with rain, and cold wind whining low a light, and window fluttering in the night. Amazed he saw the drawing near, between faint hope and some fear. He looked within, 'twas Aeluin there. Changed she was, he knew her well, with grief and hunger she was worn, her tresses tangled, raiment torn, her gentle eyes with tears were dim, as soft she wept. Gorlim, Gorlim, thou canst not have forsaken me, then slain, alas, thou slain must be, and I must linger cold alone, and loveless as a barren stone. One cry he gave, and then the light blew out, and in the wind of night, wolves howled and on his shoulder fell. Suddenly the creeping hands of hell, the Morgoth's servants fast him caught, and he was cruelly bound and brought to Sauron, captain of the host, the lord of werewolf and of ghost, most foul and fell of all who knelt at Morgoth's throne in might he dwelt, on Gore of Isle, but now had rid him of strength abroad by Morgoth bidden, to find the rebel Barahir. Sat and dark encampment near, and thither his butchers dragged their prey. There now in anguish Gorlim lay, with bond on neck, on hand and foot, to bitter torment he was put, to break his will and him constrain, to buy with treason end of pain, but not to them will he reveal of Barahir nor break the seal of faith that on his tongue was laid, until at last the pause was made, and one came softly to his stake, a darkling form that stooped and spake to him of Aeluin his wife. Wouldst thou, he said, forsake thy life, who with few words might win release for her and thee, and go in peace, and dwell together far from war? Friends of the king, what wouldst thou more? And Gorlim now mourn with pain, yearning to see his wife again, allowed the thoughts to grow, and faltered in his troth. Then straight, half willing and half loath, they brought him to the seat of stone, where Sauron sat, he stood alone, before that dark and dreadful face, and Sauron said, "Come, mortal base, what do I hear, that thou wouldst dare to barter with me? Well, speak fair, what is thy price?" And Gorlim low bowed down his head, and with great woe, word on slow word at last implored that merciless and faithless Lord, that he might free depart, and might again find Aeluin the White, and dwell with her, and cease from war. Against the king he craved no more. Then Sauron smiled and said, "Thou Lord, the price thou askest is but small, for treachery and shame so great. I grant it surely when I wait. Come, speak now swiftly, and speak true." Then Gorlim wavered, and he drew half back, but Sauron's daunting eye there held him, and he dared not lie. As he began, so must he wend. He all must answer as he could, betray his lord and brotherhood, and cease, and fall upon his face. Then Sauron laughed aloud, "Thou pace, thou cringing worm, stand up and hear me, and now drink the cup that I have sweetly blent for thee. Thou fool, a phantom thou didst see, that I Sauron made to snare. Thy love-sick wits, naught else was there. Cold 'tis with Sauron's race to wed thy Aeluin, she's long since dead. Food of words less low than thou, and yet thy boon I grant thee now. To Aeluin thou soon shalt go, and lie in her bed no more to know. Of war or manhood have I paid. And cruelly slew him, and at last in the dank mould his body cast, where Aeluin long since had lain. In the burn was by butchers slain. Thus Gorlim died an evil death, and cursed himself with dying breath. And Barahir at last was caught in Morgoth's snare, for set at naught by treason was the ancient grace that guarded along that lonely place. Tarn Aeluin, now all laid bare, were secret paths and hidden there.